Hi guys, and welcome to the Pet Quarter community. In this video we are going to be talking about the raw pet medics. We are going to be discussing Dr. Conor Brady, Dr. Nick Thompson and Dr. Brendan Clark and their infamous raw pet medics. Now, as per their channel, the raw pet medics is an alliance among these three doctors who promote healthy nutrition and are huge raw feeding advocates for dogs and cats. And every week they get together and they discuss for free different issues people have regarding their dog's nutrition. Dr. Brendan Clark also hosts Feline Fridays, where they discuss all things kitties, all things cats. And again, they talk about nutrition and they talk about the different issues people have with their cats. Should you spend your time, your precious and valuable time, listening to these three doctors talk about raw feeding and talking about nutrition for dogs? They also have an extensive catalogue of different podcasts and different interviews and different books they have written, just like Conor Brady, who wrote Feeding Dogs, and it's an extensive research on dog nutrition and what dogs should eat, and more importantly, what dogs should not eat. And he touches on allergies, he discusses pancreatitis, diabetes and other health issues. But as a three, they are the raw pet medics. I don't know you, but I don't know many vets who talk about hyperlipidemia. I don't know many vets who talk about gluconeogenesis. I do not know many vets that discuss the ATP, the glycolytic system, and the fatty acid oxidation system of a dog. I don't know many vets who talk about excess carbohydrates converting into triglycerides in the liver. However, anytime you listen to these three doctors, I believe Nick and Brendan are vets and Conor isn't a vet, but nevertheless, he's written more reliably than anyone that I know that is a vet and is not part of the industry regarding dog nutrition. So again, I don't see many vets recommending raw food. I do not know many vets who discuss extensively different health issues. I do not know many vets who talk about nutrition in the same way these three do. For example, we now know from science that dogs can digest some carbohydrates, yet a lot of commercial pet foods still contain 30, 40, 50, 70, 80% carbohydrates. They contain high glycemic carbohydrates, refined sugars, and ultra-processed ingredients. And these ultra-processed ingredients and these massively produced dog foods are of course detrimental to your dog's health. These three doctors discuss on a weekly basis the right way to feed a dog. And I don't know you, but I have never heard them recommend a diet consisting of 70% wheat or 70% rice. For example, if a dog has diabetes or if a dog needs to lose weight, or hypoallergenic foods that contain animal fats, sugar and rapeseed oil. I have never ever listened to these recommend what other vets recommend. And let me tell you something, these three are backed by science and these three show their knowledge week in and week out. So should you listen to these three, you should definitely listen to these people. Let me tell you why. In the pet food industry, as we see it, there are two camps. There's the camp of ingredients that contain wheat, barley, corn, meat and animal derivatives, sugars, oils and fats, and other inflammatory ingredients. And on this other camp, we have dried lamb, we have freshly prepared free-range chicken, we have raw beef, we have turkey liver, and we have fresh zucchini, fresh apples, organic broccoli, and a whole host of wholesome ingredients that are much better for your dog or cat than this other camp. Yet the mainstream consensus is to recommend hypoallergenic foods that contain 50, 60, 70% carbohydrates. The consensus tells you that you should buy dental sticks for your dog. Whereas we know from listening to these three and other studies out there that dogs and cats don't have amylase in their mouth to break down starches. So the more carbohydrates you feed your dog or cat, the more prone they are to developing gum disease and periodontal disease. So whilst we can argue whether we agree with them 100% or 90%, or we agree or disagree in certain things, you should totally listen to these three. The whole aim is to teach and to get people out of this loophole that promotes garbage foods and an ongoing battle with allergies and bad food, and then more health issues derived from poor food and poor health. So as we always say, you should always do your own research when it comes to dog and cat food. But don't get fooled, these three are very well equipped to tell you about the right way to go on about your dog or cat's allergies and to go on about your dog's pancreatitis. You never hear your run-of-the-mill vet explain to you the role of nutrition and how it is, if not the cause, how it is deeply interlinked with your dog's allergies or with your dog's health issues. They never discuss it, yet these three point towards nutrition and health and wellness as the main driver to a dog's health, just like us, because we think, just like them, that these second camp of wholesome and great ingredients and grain foods and the power of food is phenomenal and indispensable to a dog or cat's life. They have a Patreon as well. Read their books, listen to their seminars, attend their seminars, shoot them a message and watch their content. These three people go against the mainstream vet who's been polluted by profit, and they don't recommend foods that are very good, and these three put their necks out and want to show you something different. So give them a follow here. I'll leave all the links and everything beneath me so you can follow them, and yes, you should totally listen to them.